Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis. My name is Benjamin, and today we will be talking about what happened in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I prepared some charts for you, and we will be looking at some different time frames. So, the past days have been very interesting because of the whole banking crisis, which dominates the news. And it's interesting to see that most analysts now expect the Federal Reserve to not raise their rates another time next Wednesday, when I remember this correctly. And this gave the market, at least the cryptocurrencies, a big boost. And I am thrilled to see what the Fed will announce next Wednesday. So let's dive into Bitcoin. Firstly, we will be looking at our last analysis, especially here it is the weekend update, everything you need to know. We post weekend updates and Wednesday updates like 2 times a week, and in this update we discussed our opinions and how we expect the market to move higher. This was at 21,000, and since then the market jumped by more than $5,000, and it was a really impressive upwards movement. And to now look at the things differently, the red Fibonacci extension zone is very important, and as you can see, this was hit by nearly $10 or $20, and the problem we are now facing here is that we have two different scenarios, of which one would mean a wave C correction and the other one a wave 3 upwards movement. And we currently believe that this whole movement is an expanded flat. To give you more information on this, that I used this website before to show you guys our patterns that we use on the market. We have this matching A wave in Bitcoin and this matching B wave, and the problem now here is that the wave B minimum target of 123.6 was, as you can see, perfectly reached I think it was last Tuesday, and since then the market corrected by a few $1,000 and could manage to break above this key resistance again. The problem is now that this opens the door for an wave C scenario, but like if a wave C would unfold in the market, it could be in an expanded flat. This would mean that we would reach below the wave A low, or it could be a running flat. This B wave target is exactly the same, and the other waves match our movement also. The only question which is now important, if we are going to expand wave C, I will show it to you guys. Get my impulse. This would mean in an expanded flat we would correct like this, and we would reach prices below wave A, and this would be a good opportunity again to build some positions. And the other scenario of a running flat would obviously mean that we would establish a bearish impulse too, but we wouldn't reach below a wave A. Nevertheless, if a wave C should unfold in the market, we expect that this orange Fibonacci zone will be reached in the next days. But there's hope. If Bitcoin would manage to break above this 1.386 extension, this is a very important level. If Bitcoin manages to break above this line, our bullish wave 3 scenario would be activated. This would mean that this was the bottom of wave 2 already, and we would push towards our wave 3 scenario. To show you this on our other chart, the chart here is exactly the same but in another time frame, and this would obviously mean if we would break above this line, then the door is open for our wave 3 target here at the 1.618 extension, and we would even reach $40,000 in wave 5. But as long as Bitcoin trades below this important line, a wave C scenario is the more likely one to happen. If you have questions to this, please leave them in the comments. I will answer them and try to give you guys a better insight about this one. So let's look about Ethereum. The situation here is almost exactly the same. We reached this red Fibonacci zone and didn't touch this 1.236 extension, but we managed to at least come near to it, and since then we retraced by a few $100 also. The same is here the case for Ethereum. If we should manage to break above the 1.386 extension, this would mean that wave 3 would be activated, and as long as we don't manage to do this, the scenario is that we will establish this C wave, which should bring us back to prices under $1,400. And here the long-term chart for you guys again. This red zone is the same, and if we break above this, the wave 3 target is exactly at $2,456, and we could even reach 2,700. But just like I said, as long as we stay below this line, this ain't gonna happen. We will go down in wave C, and we would have to wait for some time until wave 3 starts. So I hope I could make our scenario as clear as possible. Leave questions in the comments if you have one, and we will keep you guys updated in the next days. Goodbye.